Hi, everybody. Welcome to Magic Universe. This is the June 2020 Spiritual Guidance Pick a Card reading. The energy for this session feels really, really good, so I'm excited to see what Spirit has to say to everyone for June 2020. If you want a private reading or an energy alignment with me, you can go to my website at magicuniverse.co. That's .co. Thank you. Okay, so here are 3 piles of cards. Group 1, I see you vibrating at Ultramarine Blue. Group 2, I see you vibrating at light pink. And group 3, I see you vibrating at orange. So you can choose your group based on the color that you feel you're vibrating at right now, or you can choose by the card pile that you feel drawn to the most. You can click on the timestamp for your group in the description box below and go directly to your reading. All right, I'll see you there. Hi, Group 1. Welcome to your June 2020 Spiritual Guidance Pick a Card reading. If you picked the Ultramarine Blue, this is you. And the energy that I'm getting right off the bat is like excitement. There's something brewing for you. There's something going on. And I'm getting that from the first 2 cards that came out, the Page of Wands and the Chariot, of you feeling called to something. And there's such adventure and joyous momentum towards this thing that you're moving towards. As I'm looking at the rest of the spread, Pele, determination, that goes so perfectly with the first 2 cards, with that energy of excitement and of moving towards something. I get the sense that you've been wanting this for a while, like with secrets, and then also with the 9 of Wands underneath on the second row. It's like it's something that you've been waiting for, or you've been working on, and you've been really determined at it and wanting to be able to achieve this thing. And a secrets card tells me that you're finally figuring it out. You're finally figuring out the secrets behind whatever this is that you want to solve, or that you want to achieve, that you want to become successful. And that little girl on the stool, it's like she is reaching that level of wisdom, of knowledge, to be able to stick the key into the keyhole in the moon, right? And figure out the secret. And this is something that you've been wanting, and I'm feeling that volcano energy, that excitement, that kind of almost explosive desire. Like, really, this is something that you really, really want. Now it's just like the way is clearing for you to just, it, like in the Chariot, like ride your bike right through to where you want to go. So this is really, really exciting. And also, like in the Page of Wands, like how he's stepping on the red chili peppers, like it's spicy, it's hot, there's passion behind it. And I just get the sense that you're really excited about going where you're going, and with that lantern that's lighting your way. I'm also seeing that there's people that are following you in this direction too. Like maybe you're calling some friends or some other people that you know, that it's like, hey, come check this out, come take a look at this, come walk this path with me. And you're kind of like the first one going in this direction, and then you're kind of turning around and you're saying, hey, yeah, come check this out with me. And that there are going to be at least a few people I'm seeing like maybe 3 people that are going to come with you towards this adventure, but you're going to go first, or maybe you're the one who has the idea first. So yeah, in the 9 of Wands, I'm kind of seeing like for a while there, you're like, well, I'm really prepared. I'm ready. Let's go, and you were just waiting for something to click in order to happen. And yeah, I see that in June, this is going to happen. That final piece is going to click in and things are going to go. And in the Queen of Cups, I'm seeing that this is something that you've known inside, that you're following your path. Like you totally trusted your intuition on this, and you knew it inside. You weren't really able to see that much evidence on the outside yet, but you knew it on the inside, and you kind of like, actually, I see that you worked on it, like throughout from the start of the journey till now, like you've been working on it to kind of like build up the evidence for yourself that this is the right path for you to do, the right thing for you to do. And so in each step of the journey, you have made it successful for yourself. Like, even though it wasn't like completely achieved yet, there's like steps along the way where you felt like, okay, if I achieved this, then that's one thing, like one more step towards where I want to go. And that was like like each part of the way there was a small success or a small achievement that helped you mark your journey that you were going in the right direction. So you kind of created that self evidence in order for you to keep moving along. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and in the full card, it's showing me that during this journey of yours, that it kind of felt bumbling at first, in the sense that you weren't always sure how you were going to do it or how it was going to go, but you kind of it's like I said, with the Queen of Cups, it's like it's self-created. Like you have to create motivation or like inspiration for yourself to keep going and to prove to yourself that you're on the right path, and you did that. And with the little dog at the bottom of the full card with is that a, what bird is that? Like not a stork, a crane? I'm not sure, but the little dog friend at the bottom, I'm seeing that same message about there's someone that's coming with you, or some people that are coming with you on this journey. But again, you're the one who's kind of like the leader of the pack, and then they come with you along on this journey. So whatever project or whatever scenario or situation this is for you, is looking really good. It's looking like there's a breakthrough, something's happening, and a piece is falling into place, and then it's all systems go from here. So yeah, it looks great. All right, cool. So this is your June 2020 reading. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, Group 2. Welcome to your June 2020 spiritual guidance. Pick a card reading. Yeah, if you pick the light pink, this is you. So when I was shuffling the cards, I kind of got a sense that this reading is about relationships. Probably most likely romantic relationships or love relationships. And it's funny because when I was shuffling the that second card, Five of Swords, it popped out. I put it back in the deck, and then when I picked it, it was the same card. So so it actually told me a lot about what this reading is about. So with building blocks, it looks like, okay, well, let me just tell you a general sense of what I'm getting the energy from this spread is you're learning something based on a situation from the past, meaning there was some kind of disappointment or something in your relationship that kind of wasn't going your way, and you were sad about it, and you were just generally not feeling that great about either yourself or the relationship, that something just wasn't happening the way you want it to. And I see that in the Five of Cups. It's like a disappointment. There was something going on that wasn't feeling great for you. But what happened was like you kind of got out of that and came out on top. And I get that from that Five of Swords that popped out twice, that you won over some kind of difficulty that, and so you came out on top of that difficulty. And now in June, this month, you're going to take that experience, that, okay, I learned something from this experience, and you're going to use that information to now build on your relationship from where it is now. So I see that in the Hierophant and also in building blocks. And I see that within your relationship that everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to work out really well. I see that in the Light card. And also in the Page of Wands, I see that there's new things that are going to come up in the relationship, it's just gonna go in a new direction in the sense that it's gonna be with this, it's the same relationship, but there's gonna be new things that happen in the relationship, in a sense that maybe you guys will try new things, or you guys will relate to each other in a different way that's like a better way of communication, or like you're gonna go and try new things together, or there's just some new aspect to your relationship now, and it's going to be like almost experimental or like experiential in the sense that you're going to just try new things, and it's going to add flavor to your relationship. The bottom two cards, the solar plexus chakra and the nurture card, talks about the difficulty that you had before. It looks like it had something to do with either how you felt about yourself. Like maybe there was something inside yourself that you felt like wasn't enough, or it wasn't, there was just some part in there where you just weren't feeling good about yourself. So it wasn't, and then it played out in the relationship. So maybe it seemed like it was about the other person or about the relationship, but it actually came from some part inside yourself that wasn't feeling all that self-loving. Like maybe the self-worth wasn't that high, or like the self-esteem was not that high, and that's why it played out in the relationship the way it did as a problem. But you figured out that, oh, okay, it's about me loving myself and me nurturing myself. So Spirit is saying that in the nurture card and in the solar plexus card, is really about using that willpower inside your solar plexus to take stock of, okay, what are the things that I'm thinking about myself, or how am I treating myself, and really internal about it, really nurturing loving thoughts within yourself, taking care of yourself, and using that will and determination in the solar plexus chakra to be determined that, hey, you know what, I'm gonna be good to myself. I'm going to think good things about myself. I'm going to really, really work on myself, my sense of self-worth. Because, everybody is already worthy. It's really just about you realizing it, right? So you're going to use your solar plexus to have that determination to be like, okay, I'm not going to think bad thoughts about myself anymore. I'm going to treat myself good, and really nurture and care, and really, and in that sense, when you're taking care of yourself from within, it emanates out into the relationship. It flows out into the relationship and makes the relationship stronger, because you're stronger. So the partnership is really, other people, not just your romantic partner, but like any other people that's out there. They're just playing a role with you. They're pointing out things and saying, hey, your energy's running like this, your energy is vibrating like this right now. I mean, of course they're not literally saying those words. If they were, then the world would be easier to understand, but they're playing out that role. However your energy is vibrating, if you're feeling really good and confident about yourself and you're loving yourself, that's how other people would treat you, right? And if you're not feeling great about yourself, that's how other people would treat you too. So yeah, so in this month of June, and even beyond that, I'm just seeing that your sense of self is elevating higher and higher, and sense of self-esteem, everything's looking really good. Like that light card is just like you're receiving from your source energy, like all of the love and all of the knowing that everything's all right. And I just see that there's a lot of happiness coming up for you, and you're using this information from before, the things that didn't work out and what you discovered from it, to really build on your relationship. So that's great. Okay, so that's your June 2020 spiritual guidance reading. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, group number 3. If you pick the orange color, this is your June 2020 spiritual guidance reading. The energy here is like really, really fun. And it's so funny because the first card that came out is the 7 of Swords. And I was like, ooh, you guys are going to do something sneaky in June. And as I see, the message of the spread is so funny. And it's really specific. So I see that you're going to like take a trip or go do something adventurous, but it's sneaky because you're doing it, either you're going to do it in the cover of night, like actual nighttime because the moon card is out, or it's just going to be something that it's not supposed to be done. Like because maybe where you are, you're still supposed to be in quarantine and you're not supposed to go out, but you're going to do it anyway. Or there's just some aspect of it like where it's like a no-no, you're not supposed to do it. But it's not like, super criminal or anything like that, but you're just going to do something a little bit sneaky, but it's something adventurous and it's something that's fun. And I see it like with a group of friends or something like that. Yeah, I see that something is you've always wanted to do it. I see it in that King of Wands where it's like it's something that you're really passionate about. And you're like, you know what? I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to go for it. And I see that in the Knight of Wands at the end over there. And because in the Knight of Wands, it's that frog riding on the bigger frog. That's why I think you're going to take a trip. I think it's going to be like maybe a road trip or something like that, but you're going to go somewhere and you're going to have some fun. You're going to have some sneaky fun. Also, at the bottom row, it supports that message. The Six of Cups is about childhood memories or like the past or just something fun. It has that energy of like when you're a kid and you're just doing fun, silly things, and that's the energy that I'm getting from this spread, is that you're going to go and do something fun that's like reminiscent of that kind of childhood fun where maybe like skinny dipping comes to mind. I mean, you might not necessarily be doing that, but it's like that kind of energy, where it's kind of sneaky in a sense that that's not a very public thing. Most people go skinny dipping in the middle of the night, right? And it's something you just do with like several friends. It's not like a super public, everybody, take off your clothes and jump in kind of thing. It's usually is not that public, right? And but it has that energy of, I don't know, like if you guys watch the show Stranger Things, you know how it's like a group of friends and they go off and they have their adventure, like that kind of a thing, that kind of energy, that kind of fun. Except you guys won't be fighting any monsters, so don't worry about that. In the Treasure Island, I see that in the course of this adventure that you're going to have, something's going to come out of it that's maybe just in the future, when you think back on the memory of you guys having done this, it'll be one of those things where it's like, oh, we're so glad that we did this because it's one of our treasured memories, treasured experiences in our life. But it could also be that there's an experience that comes out of it that's maybe you and the people that you go with on this thing develop a relationship that's like much closer and more intimate than if before you had this experience or than if you had not had this experience. There's just something that comes out of it that then is like a treasure to you. That's then like very valuable to you in your life. So this is very exciting. I was asking when I was shuffling your cards, I was asking Spirit, with each reading that I do, I ask them, how many cards do I pull out from which decks and stuff like that. And it stopped right here. And then I asked, like, are there any more cards I should get? And they're like, no, this message is short and sweet. This is it. And it's very specific, but it's also very poignant. There's like a lot of meaning and a lot of the energy behind it and the feeling behind it is just very deep and it's very fun. That's it. And they said, that's it. It's short and sweet. That's the message. So I hope you enjoy your summer. I hope you enjoy your June. It looks like it's going to be amazing. All right. This is your June 2020 spiritual guidance reading, group 3. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.